this snug. You got one more to pack?
Hello, everybody. This is John Wydogan with Natural Freedom League and the People of the NUS, the People of the Natural Universal Spirit. Here today to wish you all a happy Holy Spirit Day. Holy Spirit Day was created 8 years ago when I came to the understanding that the predator class, the powers that should not be, they control us through events, and they pull off these events on dates that have significance. And I didn't understand it at the time, but what I realized was this ruling class, this dark force that drives them, it intends to keep our frequency low, our vibration low. And they do that by keeping us in a state of fear. But I also realized that they are occultists, and I didn't realize that at the time in terms of the terminology, but I did understand that they understood the power of the dates and certain times of year and certain days to do certain events. And that, for example, 9/11, there's a lot of occult significance to the numbers that are used in that event. I wasn't really that far into it at the time, but intuitively I knew that by causing a traffic jam or by pulling a false flag, they could keep the public in a state of fear. And what I realized is our ability to rise above that. Some of the idea from the Holy Spirit came from a book I read called The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ, which was a version written in the early 1900s by a man who claimed to channel the information, but it told the whole story of Jesus. It didn't leave out the gap between his 12-year-old age and his 30-year-old age where he began preaching. It filled in the gaps, and those gaps were filled in by his quest for knowledge throughout the ancient world. India, Egypt. He learned the mysteries, he learned the secrets, he understood the occult knowledge, and he got into alignment with natural law, which is the most occulted information, which really points to a creator. So you could say the dark occult predator class is trying to occult God from us, trying to hide God from us, trying to hide natural law from us. And Jesus was crowned the Christ because he became in alignment with natural law. And what he taught was for each of us to do the same thing and to follow his example. So that day I realized, also part of the story is when he ascended, he left the Holy Spirit. So I took that to mean that we now can all tap into that in an easier way. We can breathe in the Holy Spirit, breathe out the Holy Spirit, expand the Holy Spirit to others. The Holy Spirit is what allows us to manifest and create in this world. And if we are following the will of the Holy Spirit, then we are working in the correct way, as opposed to working for our ego, or oppositionalism, also known as Satanism. So I invented a holiday. I called it Holy Spirit Day, spelled WHOLLY, Holy Spirit Day, the whole spirit, the spirit that encompasses everything. That is the true God. All these other false gods in between need to be let go of. And we need to realize that we come into alignment with natural law, with the Holy Spirit, with God, with the Creator. And that is how we live as Jesus lived, and that is how we live free without the need of government and false gods ruling over us. When I brought this up to people, they thought I was crazy, and I was, and I am. And they were saying that one of the things they said to try to negate what I was doing was, well, isn't this Pearl Harbor Day or D-Day? I think it's Pearl Harbor Day. And my instant response was, we're taking it back. Because what would the predator class like more than to have us focus on these negative events that they create, that they initiate to keep us in fear? And then they want us to celebrate these things every year and relive them every year. Never forget 9/11, although most people forget Building 7. So, this is just a brief message to let you know a little bit about the history of Happy Holy Spirit Day. And also, this energy and this feeling and this vibe of Holy Spirit Day, it continues till it reaches its peak on December 21st, the solstice. And this year, a special 21st, as there is a galactic alignment where the planets all line up and we will be able to see Saturn and Jupiter look as one star. So, raise your consciousness, raise your spirit, breathe in the Holy Spirit, spread the Holy Spirit, come into alignment with natural law, understand true objective morality, right and wrong, outside of our cultural religious beliefs. At the core of all of them is natural law and objective morality. So happy Holy Spirit Day to you, and have a good celebration. Always remember, put something good in the air and plant something good in the earth. Peace.